Welcome to this Vectis 3D Models video. I'm Matt and this is an instruction video for NEM pockets. These are by far the most popular selling NEM pockets that I have and I distribute to customers as well as shops. These will fit various manufacturers: Bachmann, Mainline, Triang, Hornby, and a few other kits like Pico kits or Parkside or Cambrian, as well as also another manufacturer, NEM, that has just popped into my head. So here we have our two converters here. We have a sample, as I call it, a 4 set, so for 2 wagons. We also have 18, as these are the popular ones. I usually do them in a bit bigger sprue, so these will do 9 wagons. They're secured by the 2 outer pins, which you can find on your wagon. These are mainly 4 wagons, but they may fit various other locomotives, carriages and other items of rolling stock. So here we have our project vehicle. This is a Southern Railways brake van made by Hornby, made in Britain, as you can see. Probably an old Triang tooling. The couplings you can see here are the big D type, with coupling hook and the 2 supporting posts on the outside and a brass rivet securing it on a central post. Mainline, you'll probably find there's a screw in the centre. I would probably recommend these to the converters that is, to be fitted to wagons, and if you have enough room on tenders of locomotives. They're quite space limiting locomotives. There's not too much room to fit a pocket, which is part of the problem. But we do have some small minimalist NEM pockets as well, which you could fit to other Triang based locomotives. So here we have the underside of our Hornby brake van, and you can see we have 2 posts, one there and one in the centre, with the brass rivet in place. So Triang and Hornby of that era would be secured with a rivet. The Mainline and Bachmann versions you can usually find with a screw in the centre, but however we do not need this central post at all because it will just get in the way of the NEM pocket. So what I'm going to do is use some cutters, hopefully some sharp ones. This is quite a thick post on this one, so it will need a little bit of effort. So just going to remove that, clean it up with a needle file, and then we'll be ready for the next stage. So here we have our cleaned up area ready to accept the new converter. So just going to use the same flush cutters to remove the coupling from the sprue. Just clean it up with a needle file and it should be ready to mount in place. Just like so, and just clean up the edges where there has been support material. So all we need to do is place the pockets on the 2 pins, which will dictate how high the pocket is, and this should leave it at the right height for a coupling, which is magnetic, KD, or any other type you want to use. I recommend gluing this in place with some araldite. So 24 hours later the glue has dried, just a little bit of araldite there and there. That is now fixed and sealed in position, ready to accept whatever coupling you wish to add. And on the other end you can see I've added a KD coupling, which is a 19, but I think we could go down to an 18. The knuckle straight bit of a knuckle just on the end of my fingertip there. Should be just in line with the front of the buffers. This is slightly ahead of it, as you can see. So an 18 will probably do, depending on your radius of curve. Now I've also built in a little bit of extra slack on these pockets because some of the magnetic users of couplings, unfortunately, they're a bit bigger than the standard sizes, so you may need to put a little bit of plastic card just underneath to support your coupling in a slightly more raised position. Or when you're gluing, just make sure the back end of the pocket is slightly raised and the front of the pocket slightly pushed in to angle it upwards slightly. I'll just put this on the test track just to show how it looks and make sure it's in line with the gauge. And here we have our height gauge, just pushing it in. There we go, perfect. So another wagon successfully converted. You can see a selection of the older couplings here you can replace with the converters. We've got the kit versions, various ones of wagons, Bachmann. You can also try and find our other converters which are very similar to these, which are called surface mount ones, which have the bottom of the pocket cut off and they mount onto the surface directly if you've got enough room, which is around about 7.5 millimeters in depth, and hopefully that should also be an option for you. You can find these on our website, these particular NEM pockets and the others, as well as a bigger range on our website, which you'll see in the description, and also on our eBay page. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has proven useful.